Analysis. When we're thinking about analysis, we're thinking in general about how to analyze and use the cognitive approach to look at our own sleep, how best to use sleep, and also to think about how to understand our own dreams. Now, Nussbaum, Margoliouth, and Fenn demonstrated that not only does sleeping rather than staying awake improve performance on a task, we kind of already know that from the other stuff that we've looked at. If you took the group of people who stayed awake and then got them to sleep later, after they slept, their performance improved to those who slept earlier. So for example, if you took group A, tested them, had them go to sleep, tested them again, you'd see improvement. If you took group B, tested them, didn't let them sleep, tested them again, you wouldn't see that same improvement. But then if they went off and had a sleep after that, you would see that improvement. So sleep doesn't only improve memory, it may be able to recover lost memories we thought were lost. Obviously, they're not lost, they're just somewhere in there and you can't get to them. But sleep may be able to actually recover those memories. And in some ways, sleep can, I hesitate to use this term at this time, but inoculate, kind of like a vaccination, against losing memories going forward. If you're like, oh, I've just done a whole load of studying, I don't want to forget this, I'm going to go to sleep. The other thing is that when we think about the cognitive approach, we should be thinking of sleep as an essential part of our learning process. So rather than pulling an all-nighter, staying up late, like cramming stuff into your brain the night before an exam, don't do that. Get some sleep. Trust that your memories will consolidate overnight. Now, going to sleep isn't an alternative to studying, but it should be an important part of studying. And we've talked a little bit about this in your answers you wrote about sleeping on it. This idea of actually, if you go to sleep, you might actually help you to understand something and to solve a problem. Well, the cognitive approach says that's absolutely true. So we really need to think about that as something that isn't just kind of a sort of fable or an urban myth or something. It's actually true. Sleeping on it will improve your understanding of things. Finally, let's think about Cartwright, who came up with this concept of problem-solving theory, kind of codifying a lot of the stuff that we've already looked at so far. So that helps us to adjust to change, to threats, and the problems of waking life. And he said that dreams directly reflect kind of the major emotional concerns, the major things that are going on. They might not necessarily present themselves in the same way. So if you're really anxious about a test, you might not dream about a test, but you might dream about a monster or something like that. And it represents our brains processing the best way to respond to these concerns. All right. So it might not appear to be directly related to the things we're dealing with, but actually they're just in a sort of slightly different way. So Cartwright found that couples who are having problems in their marriage often had dreams that were related to their waking coping strategies. So they might not be related to the marriage itself or to those things, but they're related to those kind of waking coping strategies in a sort of more roundabout kind of way. So just one simple task for this one. Use the information in the videos and in the notes above that you've seen already to answer this question. Dead simple. Analyze the cognitive approach to sleep.